Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my worlds, the world away, and we now got part 26 of Deagostini's Build Your Own X-Wing. Why did I just hold up the parts rather than the magazine? Well, I'll be honest with you, I make mistakes. I think I've accidentally thrown the magazine away, so I've got no instructions how to do that issue. But I'm going to show you in a minute. I think it's issue 14. We did exactly the same thing, so I'm just going to put a new spin on it. Now we're in lockdown. Things are slightly different, I guess. But yeah, I haven't got a magazine, so there'll be no instructions up on the screen at the moment. But I'll put a link up here to the video where we did this for the first wing. So if you are working through this, all the instructions with that, just follow along with that. A couple of things other people have noticed is that my Vallejo paints are now practicing social distancing. They're standing apart. Bear in mind, I've only got like 5. And that rack holds 147, so I've got some way to go to fill that up. And the other thing is, if those of you who are astute and stayed right to the end of the Ecto 1 video, you'll see I've put a link to a couple of relaxation videos on there. I always use these videos for when I just want to just chill out and relax. One of them I filmed on a beach in Caister way back in 2018, and another one I filmed in a babbling brook sort of waterfall in Rockingham Castle, which is just down the road from me in Corby. They only go on for about 4 minutes, but if you just want to make everything quiet and relax and just listen to the sounds of nature, because we can't get out at the moment, and well, just look at that. I'll put them at the end of the Ecto 1 video. What I'll do is I'll put them at the end of this video as well, so you can click on them and just chill, because at the moment I think we all need to chill. We're what are we on? We're in the second week. Is it day 8 or something in lockdown in the UK? And I know that different countries are now going into different amounts of lockdown. This could be going on between 3 weeks to 6 months. Who knows? But I'm hoping I'm keeping you entertained. Even if I do cock things up and I chuck magazines away. But this should be a challenge. It's going to be like a puzzle now, because I ain't got a clue what I'm doing. So hopefully I can remember from that last issue. Anyway, without further ado, let's get cracking. Now, I suppose a big advantage is that we have actually done this before. So hopefully I'm not going to make big mistakes, but we'll see. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open these packets up, and we do need the engine housing that we worked on in the last issue with the piping on. Okay, so I'm just going to put these parts to one side. Here's the engine that we worked on in the last issue with all that piping work here. And then we've got this part, and I do remember this because we called this the alluvial dampener, and I did love that name. That was an absolutely brilliant name. But what we're going to do is this lug here is just going to go over, or the hole there is going to go over the lug there, and it's going to face this way round. It's just a push-in thing. So we'll push that into place now. Just like that. So it looks like that from that side. Oh, this is a challenge. Okay, so the next thing we need are these, which are hydraulic adjusters, and they're just going to go into the holes that you can see there, there, and there. You've got a thicker section and a thinner section. The thicker section goes towards this end of the engine. And again, it's just a case of pushing them into place. So I'll get these in. But I do believe these are part of the hole. You're never going to see it again, crew. But we'll get those in just like that, and there we go. That's looking just like that. Okay, so now we can take this engine part, put that to one side for a minute, because we're going to take these two sections here looking like that. I can't for the life of me remember the name of them, but as you can see, I do know that we've got a lug, or an opening there that's going to actually just slot into the lug there, and this is just all going to be pushed into place just like so. There we go. And then the next thing, we turn this section over, and as you can see, we've got 2 holes in there, and we're going to be putting the turbo impeller in, looking just like this. Now, last time I did this, I snapped off one of these, so I'm holding it in the middle this time, so there's no danger of that happening. I just push that into place. It is hard to get in, but once it's in, it'll look just like that. Then we got another couple of parts to put onto this impeller here, and they just slot into these holes. And again, last time I broke these off, so I'm not going to be as rough with them this time. I'm just gently, ever so gently, feeding them into the holes. There we go, and I heard it clicking eventually there. That's the first one on, looking just like that. And then we're going to do the same with the other side here. The good thing about building 4 wings is if you have made a mistake before, You've learnt from your mistake. There we go. And that's the other impeller blades attached. So now we're going to take this part of the casing. As you can see, we've got a hole in there and the impeller's going to go in there just with this lug here. That's going to go onto the hole there but facing inwards. So I'm just going to line that up and push that in. There we go, just like that. So that's now looking just like that. This is going a lot better than the first one, and I haven't even got the instructions for this one. And then all we got to do then is just put the fission chamber mounting just mirrored like we did on this one here, just into those two holes. It goes on like a collar facing upwards. So I'm going to get that in, just show you what sort of direction that looks in. That's not in at the moment. Hang on a second. It is now. So then that's looking like that. And then that is all there is to do in that issue. I'm guessing this is going to go over the top somehow like that. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. But I believe that's all we had to do in that issue. So that was an interesting one, wasn't it? Doing it without instructions. So I hope you like that video. Now tomorrow we're going to muck around with the Ferrari. We're going to actually put the nuts inside the engine blocks, and I've already heard that that's going to be a tricky job. I've had a little play with my Victory pin pusher here, and I think I might be able to do it with this, but we'll see. It should be entertaining, because if that don't work, I'm going to have nuts pinging all over the place. So I better hoover this floor first before I do that. I was going to be doing the HMS Victory today, so you would have been watching that. The reason I haven't is I've read through the instructions. I actually needed to order another item, so I've got some 1mm masking tape coming just to do the barrels, which are here. So that will be definitely coming before the end of the week. I know that Thursday, which is, what day are we on now? This is Wednesday, so Thursday, tomorrow, we're doing the Spitfire. So that's as long as Asda have got it in stock. But then again, I think supermarkets are now clamping down on you buying non-essential items. So we'll have to see. What a crazy time we live in. Anyway, listen, as I said, I'll put those links to some of the relaxation videos at the end, just to bring things down a tone or two. But if you did like that video, please remember to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, stay safe.